What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, our newly established new series that we are running, covering all of the genres that we kind of break down here on the channel. So obviously looking at kind of Afrobeats news, Amapiano information, dancehall stuff as well, and a bit of UK stuff also. Trying to cover as much as we can. You guys seem to really enjoy this series and obviously all the information we bring to it, so I'm trying to bring you as many of these episodes as we possibly can. As always, though, if you are new to the channel, feel free to get involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. I'm keen to hear your opinions on all of these topics as well. Also at KXVU on Twitter, feel free to send me over any news stories or anything you'd like me to cover. I'm keen to hear from all of you and bring you as many of these updates as we possibly can. Now today we're going to be talking about an album which has just achieved a very exciting milestone, an album which for me was slightly slept on at the time, but clearly has done the numbers that it was valued to do. We are, of course, talking about OLAMIDE'S SCUTI, which has hit 100 million streams over on AUDIOMACK. Obviously, a very popular platform, primarily sort of surrounding kind of Afrobeats music again, Amapiano sounds, a lot of high-low stuff on there as well, and of course, some dancehall stuff on there also. Again, a very popular platform, but again, this is a very exciting achievement for OLAMIDE, who for me is definitely a real kind of warrior of this scene, someone who has put in a lot of effort into not just himself but a lot of other artists and really pushed the scene forward, and it's a fantastic thing to see. Now SCUTI is the 12th studio album by OLAMIDE, and for me this is where we get into the conversation around consistency is key. This is someone who has pushed out a lot of new music for a long period of time whilst also supporting other artists. I think OLAMIDE deserves a lot of flowers. Obviously he's primarily known as a musician but also as an innovator between upcoming talent and the mainstream popularity which he has access to, obviously utilising the YBNL Nation platform to push so many artists forward and of course cover a lot of up and coming talent as well, whilst also being able to release consistently himself. Now when you look at all the different artists involved on YBNL as a label platform, you see the likes of Fireboy DML, B-Banks, Sake, DJ Any Money, you've got Lil Kesh on there, Adekunle Gold, Lighter. All of these are artists that have come through this platform, and it's very awesome to see because I feel within this album we saw a little bit of this going on again. Artists that were actually featured, we saw J Wills and Fino, obviously two very well established artists already, but we also saw Lado and Fave, who are now both moderately established themselves, but I definitely feel prior to this album they weren't names that were kind of on the tips of everyone's tongues. You know, really exciting to see how much this album has propelled them and obviously put them in a position to now make a lot of their own stuff and really push some good stuff out there. I've got to say, Fave's new EP is fantastic. We had the great pleasure of interviewing Lado here on the channel, which you can check out in the interview section on the page. Now, the other interesting thing about the album, obviously produced by S-Keys on the beat, and alongside this we saw one co-feature on Need for Speed by P Prime as well. Obviously now one of the most sought after producers in the industry, and has been for a hot minute as well. Interesting things about the album itself, it was nominated for African Entertainment Awards Album of the Year. That's still pending, and I think when we look back over the album there's some very interesting things we can kind of assess and dive into. Obviously Rock seems like it was the most popular tune out of everything that was on there, definitely in regards to Spotify at least, play wise it's miles ahead of everything else. I think it's sitting on around 6 million streams on Spotify, but we are talking about AUDIOMACK here, and although I do think alongside this we also saw Jailer, a very popular track, very kind of important to a lot of people as well, featuring J Wills on that one, but again also the introduction of Fave on both Want and Pon Pon. She's now obviously making moves herself. She's got a wicked EP out there, as I mentioned earlier. Obviously Baby Ridden was one of the sort of late surge exciting tracks of last year, and it's great to see just how much this album has actually influenced a lot of what is going on around it, because I feel the album itself, the general vibe was quite transitional. It felt like it was sifting between a lot of different styles, obviously the Afrobeats and sort of more Afro-pop sound in there as well, but also utilising a lot of softer instrumentation, allowing us to explore a very wide range of sounds within the album. We did actually do a full review of the project, which you can check out on the channel. I'll leave that in the description down below. I'll leave the interview with Lado down below as well. But yeah, do go and check both of those out. We did go very in-depth about the actual song structure and obviously a tune-for-tune breakdown of the album in the review. I don't want to just repeat that here on this video, so I will leave a link down below. A lot of you guys seem to really enjoy that album review as well. I think it might be the most reviewed album review we've got on the channel, and it's great to see. Now, when we actually look at what this means in regards to the album hitting 100 million streams on not Spotify, on AudioMack. It joins a very high-ended list of Nigerian albums to hit this figure. There may be a couple of new additions since this list has been put together. Again, the data I found on this was slightly out of date. It was from the beginning, I believe, of 2021, so there may be a couple of albums that have jumped into this, and apologies if I can't mention them. I just couldn't find any more up-to-date data, and AudioMack is quite difficult to access in the UK. A lot of artists have their kind of limitations set, so I can't actually access them, but I've tried to do my research as best I can. But it does join the likes of Davido, A Better Time, and A Good Time as well. Alongside this, we also see Fireboy DML's Laughter, Tears and Goosebumps, and Apollo. We also see Omarlay's Get Laid, Rema's compilation, Burna Boy's Twice as Tool, Wizkid, of course, with Made in Lagos, and then Olamide himself's Carpe Diem. It joins that very, very, very high tier list of albums and EPs. Really exciting stuff. And obviously, when we look around a couple of other bits of information we've got here as well, I've tried to get as much info on this as I possibly can. AudioMack did a bit of a roundup towards the end of last year, well, the beginning of this year, looking at the 10 most streamed albums of 2021 on AudioMack. And then when we go through this list, in 10th we see Pooh Shiesty with Shiesty Season. 9th we see Sarkodie with No Pressure. 8th you see A-Ristar with 19 and Dangerous. Seyi Vibes in 7th with NSNV. Kiz Daniel in 6th with Barnabas. You see Bella Shmurda with High Tension 2.0 in 5th, Tenny Wonderland in 4th, Rod Wave in 3rd with Soulfly, and then UI Scooty, obviously by Olamide, is sat at number 2 for the most streamed albums on AudioMack last year. So this is a very, very big deal of an album. Definitely one of the most popular ones out there. And then obviously in first on that list, you've got Joy Boy with Somewhere Between Beauty and Magic. Now, this is all really exciting stuff. I think it's great for Olamide to have this album really leap forward. It was an album that I feel, again, at the time wasn't necessarily the most appreciated. However, over time, I feel it's gained a lot of momentum. And again, I may not have been privy to how popular the album actually was. I was looking at it from quite a personal point of view. And it was a very interesting album to kind of break down. Again, check out the full album review. It was quite in-depth. I think it's about a 10-15 minute full-length review. So it's definitely worth looking into if you are watching these news articles. Now, we've also got some more up-to-date information on what is going on with AudioMack for February. We saw the top 10 streamed albums on there at the moment. 438 by Massacres in 10th. Somewhere Between Beauty and Magic is still in the list at number 9. Apollo by Fireboy DML is also still in the list at number 8. Sorry I'm Late by Buju is in number 7th. Rezan by Zlatan in number 6. In 5th, you've got High Tension 2.0 by Bella Shmurda. Again, that's just going up and up and up. 19 and Dangerous in number 4th. Again, still going up and up and up. Twice as Tall by Burna Boy in number 3. NSNV by Seyi Vibes in number 2. And Barnabas by Kiz Daniel is currently sat at the number 1 on that listing. So, no UI Scooty on the listing for this most recent month. However, this recent month has pushed it over the 100 million streams scenario, which is great to see. I want to say big up to everyone involved in putting the album together. Great stuff. Again, all of the features on there. Lado, Fave, J Wills, and Fino, and then of course S Keys on beat, and of course P Prime on the production side of things as well. A great achievement for Olamide. Again, let us know your thoughts on this in the comments section down below. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you with all of these videos we put together. I'm always keen to hear about what you think about the conversations. Do you think it's an album that is valid to be in that list that we put above? Let us know your thoughts on the album. What's your favourite track off the album as well? Do let us know in the comments down below, because I do read every single comment on the page and I try to take in as much information as possible. That's it from me though. Hopefully you have enjoyed this news breakdown. If you did, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time, my friends. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.